Hi guys, I'm Amir and welcome to Chalchitra Talks. The Spider-Man No Way Home trailer dropped at 7 am in the morning and I wanted to do a reaction on the trailer. But unfortunately, I didn't know that when you switch on a YouTube video, the laptop camera stops recording the video.
You serious?
We have been waiting for this trailer for almost 4 months and it has finally arrived and it has sent us into nostalgia. The trailer begins with a shot of Peter and MJ on the rooftop, which reminds me of the stargazing scene from Spider-Man 3. And we can also see a graffiti behind them which says Ditko, which might be a reference to Steve Ditko, the late co-creator of Marvel Comics. We see Peter's face, half of which is covered by his mask with Public Enemy No. 1 written over it, which might be a reference to the popular series of the comic Spectacular Spider-Man. Then we see him sitting in a police station and there is a man in a white shirt who seems to be Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil. No, not the Ben Affleck one, the Netflix version. And Daredevil is rumored to be in this movie because we are going into the multiverse with this movie. Then we see a shot of Peter going for what looks like a trial with Ned, MJ, and maybe this blonde guy is Flash Thompson, who as we know is a big Spidey lover and a big Peter hater. We can also see Betty Brant reporting. Then we see Doctor Strange chilling in the Sanctum Sanctorum. No, literally chilling, as it is full of snow, which is maybe because Strange hasn't repaired the hole that was created by Banner as he fell into it in Infinity War. The banter between Peter and Doctor Strange in this scene is similar to their banter in Infinity War regarding their names. Then we see Peter running in a black and gold integrated suit which has been revealed through a lot of toys from the movie. But the place he is in here is FEAST, which stands for Food Emergency Aid Shelter and Training. And the person here is pointing a way out to Peter, maybe helping him, as we know from Far From Home that Aunt May and Peter provide services to several shelters. Then we see a crowd of people swamping Peter and MJ, and judging by the surroundings, this looks like the location where Far From Home ended, with Spidey's identity being revealed. And maybe this is the first sequence of the film in which Spidey will be chased across New York by the police. Then we see Wong leaving the Sanctum Sanctorum, probably going to fight a cage match with the Abomination as we have seen in the Shang-Chi trailers, or he may be going to Kamartaj as we can see temples inside the portal. Then we see Strange using a strand of Peter's hair to cast this spell, just like he used Thor's hair in Ragnarok to find the location of Odin. Also, the fact that he's still wearing the Eye of Agamotto after the Time Stone being destroyed raises a lot of questions which I hope will be answered. Then we finally see the multiverse opening, which reminds me of the multiverse opening scene in Into the Spider-Verse. But it's really difficult to confirm whether the multiverse has opened due to the spell going wrong or due to Sylvie stabbing Kang in the Loki finale. Then we see yellow lightning with a sandstorm, which confirms the appearance of Electro and Sandman. We already knew that Jamie Foxx will be playing a yellow comic accurate version of Electro, unlike the blue version we saw in the Amazing Spider-Man 2. But the appearance of Sandman is very surprising, because when we last saw him in Spider-Man 3, Sandman had become a good person, so I don't know what has turned him evil again. Then we see a subway in a desert on which Spidey and Doctor Strange are fighting. My theory is that Peter has to eventually do something which goes against what Strange wants to do, because there are several shots of Strange chasing Peter, and we also see Strange pushing Peter into his astral form, which is similar to 2 other shots we have previously seen in the MCU. But in this shot, Peter has his hand in a box. This box might contain the small spell that Strange had cast, or it may be a key to containing all the different villains. Then we see a very dark shot of someone attacking Peter but is blocked. When I edited this particular shot, it looked like Lizard from the Amazing Spider-Man, which is a very underrated Spider-Man movie. Then we see Electro and Sandman together fighting Spidey in his black and gold electro-proof integrated suit. Then we hear an evil laugh and a goblin grenade appears on the bridge, which confirms that Green Goblin is going to come back in this movie. Oh, not that one. This one. Oh god. I hope this one.
You betrayed me!
And this brings us to the money shot of the trailer, in which Doc Ock's tentacles arrive and we finally see Alfred Molina's Dr. Otto Octavius. We had last seen him in Raimi's Spider-Man 2, which is the best Spider-Man movie. But it seems like he has been de-aged to make his appearance look similar to his appearance in Spider-Man 2. Also, he addresses Spidey as Peter, which may be because the spell didn't work, or maybe because he's addressing Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, who is also rumored to appear in this movie, which just sounds way too amazing. I really loved this trailer, mainly because they didn't reveal the whole movie like they did with Homecoming, and it looks like they showed more footage from the first 30 to 40 minutes of the film, just like Marvel did with Avengers Endgame. Also, the dynamic between Strange and Peter reminds me of the dynamic Peter had with Tony Stark. Just a moment. But Sony made the trailer very smartly by showing only the villains from the previous film so that the audience can expect that the previous Spider-Man will also appear in this movie, which is honestly the worst kept secret ever. But this feels like the endgame level movie for Spider-Man, and I hope this turns out to be amazing. Be sure to comment below your favorite moment from the trailer, and I'll just watch the trailer 40 more times.